So is boxing going to hurt your hands and make it difficult to play guitar? It's possible. We'll talk about preventing injuries and what happens on various injuries of the hands and things you can do to work around. But if you join boxing, the most important things are to wrap your hands. You know, every boxer knows that you don't hit anything until you wrap your hands. You know, if some people even massage their hands and forearms and stretch out their wrists and before they wrap up. The best kind are Mexican hand wraps because they have some kind of elastic in the fibers and it kind of gives you good support. The other thing is using the right size gloves, very important for bag gloves. It's 12 ounce. Some people use 14 if you're bigger or if you want extra protection, and make sure they're, you know, decent gloves are not too broken in, because over time gloves, like if you get them from the gym, I've experienced a lot of times where there's no protection left, and that can cause injuries. The other thing is the heavy bags at the gym. You know, some bags are so old that they're very kind of like, I don't know, they get to be rock hard. It's like sediment, and they kind of, the weight like pushes down over time, the gravity, and it makes them so solid that if you have a bad glove on that bad old bag, you can cause some damage to at least your wrist, if not your hands. But when you spar, you use 16 ounce gloves at least. Some people use 18 ounce. You know, those are very big, but it will definitely protect your hands. So number one, wrap your hands. Number two, you know, use the right gloves. And number three, don't hit anything that's like too solid. Don't punch like walls or, you know, anything like that. So the ways I've hurt my hands, I'll go through them. I broke my pinky on my friend's head. That was stupid. And the boxer's break, it's called, is when your pinky breaks and it gets shoved down here. You got to get it reset and fixed, and it takes some time. Luckily, guitar, you don't use your pinky very much. The other injuries, the thumb, they were all from, the rest of my injuries from pro fighting. Your gloves are very small, very dense, and when you hit them on the forehead like a dummy, you can really hurt your hands. So you want to aim for like the chin, the temples, the nose, because the chin is connected to the jaw. It hits nerves and it'll just put them out. If you just smash from the head, I've broken, you know, my first fight, I've got maybe 3 breaks. The index finger, the bone inside broke. The thumb joint here is very big. It broke. The other side, the thumb broke just from that one fight alone. And I've also broken the first finger on that. So when you have an injury, there's ways you can kind of work around it. So starting with the pinky one, you just have a cast on. It's kind of weird to have a pick, but you can still play guitar. This hand, the first finger on this hand, you hold the pick with it. So it's going to be difficult. I just had that I might have used my ring finger to hold the pick while that healed. But that thumb here, when they were both broken, I couldn't play at all. But even when they heal, it kind of holds the pick on a different angle. So you might have to re-practice how you hold the pick. So it's not good. On the other hand, the first finger, that was the worst because you play a lot of stuff using that first finger. And when it heals, it just takes an ever slightly different angle. So you kind of got to get used to that. And obviously it takes time to heal. I've written an entire album without using that finger at all, so I had to adapt and just use the 3 fingers that I had to write music, and I've written a lot of songs like that. And the other thumb, when that broke, like at first it was the same roundness as here. It looks like my thumb has a big bump, and this one is flat because I broke it once and it was round, and then I broke it again on someone's head and it went back to straight. But when you hold the back of the guitar on that hand, it changes the angle a little bit, so that makes it difficult too. So no matter what break you have is going to change, but you can work around it, you know, if you have to. But the best thing is just not to get injured. Wrap your hands, use the right gloves, and yeah, just don't break your hands, which is only dangerous like doing something stupid with no wraps and no gloves, or pro fighting, which is just insane.